And that's what really inspired me to write Full Frontal Feminism. I wanted to write something that was kind of informal and fun, and that anyone who, any level of education, someone with any level of political engagement can kind of pick up and relate to. So, has anyone read this? Okay, okay. Again, I don't feel too bad about reading from it then. Now, there's no children in the room, right? I feel like I have to ask that. I'm just going to read from the first little section, and it's called "You're a Hardcore Feminist, I Swear." And we have little fun t-shirts on each of the chapters, and it says, "This is what a feminist looks like." What's the worst possible thing you can call a woman? Don't hold back now.
A slut?
Slut?
Cunt.
You guys are an interesting group. It usually takes a while to get up to cunt. Yeah, that's like one of the first ones. Sorry. Thank you. Right. Slut, whore, bitch, cunt, skank. Okay, now what are the worst things you can call a guy? Pussy. What? What was that? Right. Fag, girl, bitch, pussy. I've even heard the term mangina. Yes, that's a very popular one online. Notice anything. The worst thing you can call a girl is a girl. The worst thing you can call a guy is a girl. Being a woman is the ultimate insult. Now tell me that's not royally fucked up. Recognizing the screwed nature of this little exercise doesn't necessarily make you a feminist, but it should. Most young women know that something is off, and even if we know that some things are sexist, we're certainly not ready to say that we're feminists. It's high time to get past the "I'm not a feminist, but" stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not a feminist or anything, but it's total bullshit that Walmart won't fill my birth control prescription. Do you think it's fair that a guy will make more money doing the same job as you? Does it piss you off and scare you when you find out about your friends getting raped? Do you ever feel like shit about your body? Do you ever feel like something is wrong with you because you don't fit into this bizarre ideal of what girls are supposed to be like? Well, my friend, I hate to break it to you, but you're a hardcore feminist, I swear. For some reason, feminism is seen as super anti-men, anti-sex, anti-sexism, anti-everything. And while some of those antis aren't bad things, it's not exactly exciting to get involved in something that's seen as so consistently negative. The good news is, feminism isn't all about antis. It's progressive, and as cheesy as this sounds, it's about making your life better. As different as we all are, there's one thing most young women have in common. We're all brought up to feel like there's something wrong with us. We're too fat. We're dumb. We're too smart. We're not ladylike enough. Stop cursing, chewing with your mouth open, speaking your mind. Those are mine. We're too slutty. We're not slutty enough. Fuck that. You're not too fat. You're not too loud. You're not too smart. You're not unladylike. There's nothing wrong with you. I know it sounds simple, but it took me a hell of a long time to understand this. And once I did, damn did it feel good. Why go through your life believing you're not good enough and that you have to change? Feminism not only allows you to see through the bullshit that would make you think there's something wrong with you, but also offers ways to make you feel good about yourself and to have self-respect, without utilizing any mom popular sayings like "keep your legs together," or boy popular screamings like "show me your tits." Really, imagine how nice it would be to realize that all the stuff you've been taught that makes you feel crappy just isn't true. It's like self-help times 100. But all that said, I really do understand the hesitancy surrounding the F word. My own experience with the exercise that kicked off this chapter, the "What's the worst thing you can call a woman," was presented by a professor on the first day of a women's literature class after she asked us how many of us were feminists. Not one person raised a hand, not even me. My excuse-ridden thinking at the time was, oh, there's so many kinds of feminism, how can I say I know what they're all about, blah, 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 I'm a humanist, blah, blah, blah. You guys have heard that one before, right? Bullshit. When I think back on it, I knew I was a feminist, I was just too damn freaked out to be the only one raising her hand. Most young women are feminists, but we're too afraid to say it or even to recognize it. And why not? Feminists are supposed to be ugly and fat and hairy. Is it fucked up that people are so concerned about dumb, superficial stuff like this? Of course. Is there anything wrong with being ugly, fat, or hairy? Of course not. But let's be honest, no one wants to be associated with something that's seen as uncool and unattractive. But the thing is, feminists are pretty cool and attractive women. So let's just get all the bullshit stereotypes and excuses out of the way. And here I kind of go through like a litany of anti-feminist stereotypes, and I'm just going to tell you one because it's fun for me. But feminists are ugly. Honestly, this is the most tired stereotype ever, but it's super smart in its own way. Think about it, ladies. What's the one thing that will undoubtedly make you feel like shit? Someone calling you ugly. Back in 5th grade, the love of my life was Douglas MacIntyre. And by the way, I'm still waiting for Douglas MacIntyre to get in touch with me. I'm like, this book has been out for a year. I know this book I don't understand what's going on. It's true. Douglas MacIntyre, who told me I'd be pretty if only I didn't have such a big, ugly nose. I shit you not when I say that for months, every day after school, I would stand in front of the 3-way mirror in my bathroom, staring at the offending body part and trying to figure out how a nose could go so horribly, horribly wrong. Ugly stays with you. It's powerful, and that's why the stereotype is so perfect. The easiest way to keep women, especially young women, away from feminism is to threaten them with the ugly stick. It's also the easiest way to dismiss someone and her opinions. Oh, don't listen to her, she's just pissed off because she's ugly. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. It seems stupid, right? I mean, really, what's with this na-na-na boo-boo kind of argument? I still can't get over that they let me write na-na-na boo-boo in a book. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard a Republican saying, oh, don't be a Democrat, they're all ugly? Of course not, because that would be ridiculous. But for some reason, ridiculous is commonplace when it comes to the F word. For example, conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh says that feminism was established to allow unattractive women easier access to the mainstream of society. Okay, have you ever seen Rush Limbaugh? Yeah, enough said. And by the way, I think I'm pretty hot now, so fuck you, Douglas MacIntyre. Thanks. So obviously it's a little potty mouth. But that's okay. I felt like it was important to me for the book to be conversational and to kind of sound like I talk. And I think that's why it got the response it did. And it did get an amazing response. Someone whispering something. Okay. I thought it was directed to me. Sorry, I wasn't calling anyone out. So after I got like this amazing response from younger women and older women saying how much they liked the book, it was kind of hard to know what to write next and where to go with it next. But the one thing that a lot of these emails had in common was it seemed like what really people really related to was the kind of everyday sexism, like everyday double standards, like he's a stud, she's a slut. So I figured that instead of kind of going to the next level of feminism, that I would scale it back a notch and take it back to basics and really write a book that was just like a handbook of everyday sexism and how to handle it in kind of fun, short, pithy essays. And in my ever-longing quest to constantly bring women into feminism in a really subversive and sneaky way, we decided, my publisher and I decided to make it super commercial looking and to not put feminism in the title and to try to get it like in Urban Outfitters and shit like that so that people would be like, oh, what's this? And pick it up and then be inundated with the feminism and be switched over.